gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Twitch Wrestling Federation. It's been a while since Crowning Glory. This is the first show back since then. We've had the crownings of the champions. The tag team champions is currently Lucha House Party, which is a bit of a shock if you ask me. The women's champion is Becky Lynch, and finally the men's champion, the world champion for TWF, is Jimmy Superfly Snuka. So, a bit of a surprise thing, Superfly Jimmy Snuka winning the big belt there. But now it's time to find out what's next and what's going on going forward. Well, I can tell you we're going to start off with a match straight away. Let me just get rid of that, and you can see the first match, which is going to be Big Van Vader versus Rick Martel. I've checked over all the stats. Let's get the first match in this week in TWF action. Let's get it underway. And whilst we're loading, we should be able to see. Everything's going well. What's if I put on my headphones, isn't it really? So I'd love to hear what's going on. And there he is, Vader. Not seen him since the knockout stages. And here comes Rick Martel. Again, we haven't seen them since the knockout stages either. So they're trying to get back some plaudits after their big loss early on in the championship tournament. And the match is underway. And Big Van Vader taking the first strike in the match with that shoulder barge. But Rick Martel replies with that front falling suplex there. And they're still feeling each other out early on. All those repeated open hand slaps there to Rick Martel. I tell you what, they cause a mark, they really do. Knife edge chop there. But Vader not having any of that. In the first round, Rick Martel went up against Daniel Bryan as Vader goes up for the pin, but no, it just gets one count. Rick Martel went up against Daniel Bryan, and the model lost out to the American Dragon there. And Vader, who did Vader lose to? I need to check my notes, because I cannot remember. Yes, Superfly Jimmy Snuka. So Vader went up against the champion, and lost against the champion. As Martel puts in a single leg lock there. And again with that front falling suplex. Oh, I thought the model would do something off the ropes there, some kind of splash. But yes, these two wrestlers are now out to start to make a mark after losing out in the tournament. They need to make themselves worthy of being contenders for the title. As Vader hits that big suplex onto the model. Nice hip toss from Rick Martel. We're only 3 minutes into this match, and the match does have a time limit. It has a 20-minute time limit, as it's a standard men's match. Oh, Vader's thinking about big splash. Goes for the pin. And he only gets a 2 count. Martel is able to kick out. As Vader reverses with a big suplex there. Oh, but that's a nice hip toss from Rick Martel. And again, Martel's going after the legs of Vader. That's quite a clever attack. And a backslide pin. But Martel was only able to get 1 on Vader. See, Vader's a big monster, really. They're seeing each other off. So, obviously, Vader would like another shot against Superfly Jimmy Snuka after losing to him in the first round for that championship title, as I'm sure everyone is. We do actually have some information about who the number 1 contender will be as Vader goes in for the pin. Gets a 2. Oh, very close to get the 3 count there. Milliseconds away from taking the big win and starting to restore some pride. As Martel's resting, he can't afford to rest right now. He really needs to take point. Vader got up straight away. Vader's quite hot at the minute as Martel goes up top and drives that knee, that diving knee attack into the side of Vader. But it looked like that actually took more out of Martel. So Vader's back up. Martel with the pile driver. Go for the pin, Martel. No, he doesn't. Instead, he picks up Vader and goes for a shoulder tackle. But Vader is just not having any of it. Oh, that's a bit of a cheeky low blow there. The referee didn't see. Probably noticed that the referee is someone different as well. The referee, instead of it being normal Mr. Judgment, we're giving him a bit of a break. We've got good old Terry Long. He's watching over this match as we're coming up to the halfway stage. No teabagging indeed. Good to see you, Ilson Cat. Thank you very much for watching. I'm sure both these wrestlers do like a little bit of the old teabagging. That's a solid punch from Vader there. As Vader goes up top, you don't want him coming down on you. Moonsault. Goes for the pin. And incredibly close to get that 3 count there. Generally thought Vader had it there as Martel goes for the backside pin, but he was too close to the ropes and got the rope break. How are you doing anyway, Ilson Cat? Are you well? And Martel starting to take a bit of charge, but then Vader just sends him into the corner and just splashes him against the turnbuckle. You do not want a big man like that charging into you like that. Martel not able to do anything, but he's going for the power driver. Now sit on his face, Ilson Cat says. Keep watching and he might just do that, but then again, which one did you want sitting on his face? Vader does do a Vader bomb. That's another big suplex from Martel. And Vader with a big backdrop to Martel. We are coming up to 13 minutes in. It's funny, I just noticed the ref. Wow, that was a big, like a chokeslam that was. Big overhand punch. And double underhook suplex. And Martel just throws him to the outside. And look, I don't know who those people are. Not one of them are me. Chin breaker. And he's got a... That's not allowed. That's... Oh, it's a good job that didn't hit, because that might have caused a DQ. Martel is just using any tactics now to try to win. As Vader gets back into the ring. And goes back out again, because he needs a bit of a rest. Teddy Long's just allowing all of this mania to happen there. And they're just punching it out against each other. Martel. Oh, Martel was not able to get the big finish to that one though. Oh, What a big body splash from Vader as he goes in for the pin. And Vader gets the pin. So Vader wins in the first match back from Crown and Glory. 98%. A fairly decent match. Martel is not having a lot of luck at the minute. Okay, so now we need to get the next match underway. The next match is going to be a tag match. And it is a bit of a clash of styles with the Bushwhackers taking on the Nasty Boys. So let's select all of those guys. Where are we now? There we are. Butch and Luke. There's one. And it's a wrestler again. Butch and Luke. And taking on the Nasty Boys, which is Joey Sags and Brian Knobs. There he is, the Nasty Boys. And just as we're getting this, I'll just check over. The DQ count was on, so we should have counted that, but there we go. We do increase the time limit in tag matches to 45 minutes. So let's get this match started then. So our next match is the Bushwhackers going up against the Nasty Boys. And this is a tag team match. And there's the Bushwhackers. I need to get the Entrance Craft DLC so you can see them properly marched out of the ring. And here come the Nasty Boys. Just trying to see. The last time that we saw the Nasty Boys, they went up against the Dudley Boys in week 1. And they lost against the Dudley Boys. And the last time that we saw the Bushwhackers, they drew against Enzo and Cass in our first ever match of the TWF. So they're looking to gain some face again. So this episode is very much all about people coming back into the fold, trying to regain a bit of momentum after their earlier losses. Let's see if the Bushwhackers can be a bit more effective than last time. The Nasty Boys were actually very close in nearly coming close to beating the Dudley Boys. If you ask me, my money is going to be on the Nasty Boys to win this match, but we'll see. Maybe the Bushwhackers might have something special up their sleeves, you know? Who knows? With those two crazy cats. And here, that was a nice scoop slam there. As Joey Sags does wow, an amazing sit-down power driver there. And here comes Brian Knobs. Oh, he's not done with him though. He gets the suplex into the ring again. That was a bit of a silly move. I think he's really out to show that he really, really means business once more. And he goes for the pin, but it was far too early. I believe that's Butch that's in the ring. He's going over to tag to Luke now. And that didn't... Did that work? It looked like that skipped the animation, didn't it? So normally you have a few seconds, but for some reason the animation skipped. As Brian Knobbs applies the Boston Crab.
5 minutes gone.
And Joey Sags just throws Luke out to the ring there. Oh, but a solid punch there. So we are streaming live on Twitch right now. Thank you very much for watching. And if you're watching the catch up on YouTube and you're wondering why I come out with some strange comments, it's because people have put them into chat. That's a lovely diving headbutt there. But he's in bad zone, I was about to say, but he's managed to avoid it and get back to his own corner. Tag out to Brian Knobbs. That was a nice DDT. It is a very hot night this evening, and it's even hotter over at the TWF stadium. Oh, that's a nice neck breaker. And a scoop slam. Luke is still taking a lot of punishment though. He's still on his feet. And that was a solid lariat. And a swinging neck breaker this time. From Brian. And the Boston Crab, but not that effectual. As Luke comes back in now. Yeah, that seems to be odd with the old tagging there. I need to keep an eye on that. It's like they don't do double teams very well. It's a bit bizarre. And he goes for the pin, but no, only gets the one count.
10 minutes gone.
And a standing suplex from Butch there. That's a nice arm drag. Now both of these tag teams are quite veteran really. They've been going wrestling for years. Part of the 80s WWF and early 90s WWF. As he goes in for the pin. Could it be a Bushwhacker? No, I thought it could be a Bushwhacker win then. Now obviously they won a shot at the Tag Team Championship that's currently being held by Lucha House Party. But they are not the #1 contenders. We do have some information on that, which I will go through later this evening. Oh, he just missed that clothesline. As Brian does a little bit of a shake, rattle and roll there. And that elbow drop. But Luke kicked out of that one. And a scoop slam. Is he able to take advantage? He goes in for the pin. Only gets a 1 count though. Are we going to see? It's a power bomb. A massive power bomb from Brian to Luke. Quite rightly. Ah, that's a big clothesline. I think Luke could be taking quite a fair bit of damage after that big power bomb. He tags in Butch. Yeah, that animation's not working properly, is it, for that tag? I need to keep an eye on that. Because normally we can get some double team action, but that's not allowed at the minute. some reason, something's going odd in the Bushwhacker corner. Oh, a front falling slam there. Massive headbutt. The Bushwhackers are in control of this match right now with the inverted atomic drop. And they tagged in again. We're not seeing a lot of tag moves now, though, I've got to say. I would have thought we'd have seen some double team moves. That was a big lariat. As Ryan Knobs, one of the Nasty Boys, just smacks the life out of Luke there. Luke running. Oh, I thought I was going to do a splash. Front falling Sam to a pin, but he was too close to the ropes. And another one. This time with the Bushwhackers. Oh, the Bushwhackers close to getting the fall on the Nasty Boys there. That would have been a big change there. A big victory. And I think that might have scared Brian as he tags Jerry in. The Nasty Boys are going to want to wrap this up soon, as we're coming up to the 20-minute mark on the clock. Nasty Boys have got the crowd hyped up there. But all for naught, as the Bushwhackers are taking command now. Yeah, that animation. I don't know if there's a fault there. I might need to look into that. Nasty Boys going for the pin. And again, they were close this time. 2.9. Currently, this could be anyone's contest. Jerry running with that big clothesline.
20 minutes gone.
It's all happening in front of his tag team partner there, the Bushwhacker. He's doing this in the Bushwhacker corner. This is why they call him a Nasty Boy. This is plain rude. And he goes in. Oh, I thought he was going to get that small package pin there. And Bush comes back in, and so does Brian. Big splash there. Solid punch. But this time, Bushwhacker. Butch is in the wrong side of the ring right now. He's in the Nasty Boy corner. And he was close to getting the 3 count. Big lariat there. See, the Bushwhackers are very much old school wrestling. Brian goes up top and misses with that falling punch. Brian with that running shoulder tackle there and elbow drop. Could this be a win for the Nasty Boys? I think both of these teams want their shot at the Lucha House Party. As we get to see some commentators again. I think this is a new patch because I'm sure they weren't there last time. And he tried to go for a small package on the outside. That's not going to work. You need to be on the inside to get a pin. An inverted atomic drop there. Who is going to get the breakthrough as we're coming up to the 25th minute, about the halfway stage? Oh, and my battery seems to have gone off. My camera seems to have gone off for some reason. I'm back just in time to see the pin. Oh, no, not quite. Not quite. Very close. I think the camera shut itself off automatically there. So apologies for that. As the Bushwhackers go in for that roll up. Again, this is an incredibly close match between the pair. Bushwhackers again with the pin. No. Nasty Boys keep on kicking out. Will they be able to put them away? Brian with that big powerbomb. He needs to get the pin now. No. Brian's going up top with that elbow drop, but he misses it. He misses the elbow drop. That was a big error. It's time for the other nasty boy now. Jerry Sags with a big DDT. I think all the wrestlers are, quite frankly, tired now. That was a big move from Jerry as he goes for the pin. And he gets the win. The Nasty Boys get the win over the Bushwhackers. That was not an easy one. That was very close. 90% evaluation. And it was Luke who got pinned there. I need to have a look at that though, because their animations and their double team moves were not working. We didn't see any double team moves in that match. So I need to see why that is. But whilst we do, let's go over what's going on with the tag team championships. Obviously the tag team champs are the Lucha Brothers right now. In fact, let's do that. So the tag team champions are the Lucha Brothers, and their next number one contenders are actually going to be Test and Albert, the very team that helped win the belts. Apparently Test and Albert asked the TWF president for the match after the outcome of the match at Crown and Glory. Obviously Test and Albert feel that they should have been champions. They kind of feel like they are owed this. Lucha House Party said sure thing, so we will see in a few weeks' time Lucha House Party versus Test and Albert for the Tag Team Championships. Okay, but right now there's something going on backstage, it would seem. What's going on back there? Something involving George Animal Steel. Hold on. What's going on there? What's he doing? George Animal Steel. He doesn't look too happy. He doesn't look happy at all. Let's go back. Get the cameras back on him, please. Angle! I want Angle! Angle! I don't understand. He's had Angle at Crown and Glory. He lost that match. That was all done and dusted. We go back because no, something's going on. He's causing some havoc. I want Angle! My rules! I want Angle! Give me Angle! Okay, you know what? That's a bit odd. That's very odd. Let's get going to the ring again. Let's just try and gloss over that. Clearly he is not happy with the results of that last match over at Crown and Glory, where Kurt Angle did beat George Animal Steel. George Animal Steel quite upset still at that whole affair. Yeah, that's not going to be pleasant, is it? Let's go back to our next match though. we're going to see a match between Tito Santana and Eric Young this time. So let's find those names and put them into the ring. Tito Santana. And let's just hope that George Animal Steel doesn't cause any damage to the locker room. Right, let's put in another referee. Let's have a look at the settings, because we need to change that to 20 minutes again. Just checking over all the conditions just to make sure that they are still okay. Put that on. Yep, good. Everything looks good to me now. It looks like a few of the settings were a little bit wrong. Right, so let's take off the logo again. Now it's time for our third match of the evening. We've got Tito Santana against Eric Young. Let's see who's going to get the advantage in this match. And here comes Tito Santana, who took on Apollo Crews, who managed to get to the finals of the World Championship tournament, but eventually lost out there. So Tito Santana wanting to make a mark, probably wanting to get a rematch with Apollo further down the line. Eric Young coming down to the ring though. Eric Young was taken out by Terry Funk there in his qualifying match. It's actually a very close match that was, so I'm sure he will want to make himself known. And the match begins with Tim White there officiating everything. So it's early days now. A bit of a leg trip from Eric Young to Tito Santana. And a chin lock. It's always bizarre to hear a different referee. I thought I'd get some more just to give a bit of a change from the usual Mr. Judgment voice. Tito Santana. Nice little reversal and drop kick there. Eric Young responds with a scoop slam. If you ask me who's going to take advantage in this match, I really don't know. Got a bit of a mixture of styles right here. Eric Young, the brawler. Tito Santana, the high flyer. And Eric Young going for the sleep hold. The Dragon Sleeper now locked in. And Eric Young tried to go for that reverse elbow, but it didn't quite work. It worked that time though. And this time he's going for that rear chin lock. That scoop slam again. Still very early on into the match. Ooh, that was a bit of a reversal on that clothesline there, sending Eric Young to running out beyond. So we're 5 minutes gone now in this match. Elbow drop from Tito. And a snap suplex from Young as he goes for the pin. And only gets 1 count. Tito Santana nearly taking out Timmy White there. Oh, and that was an inverted atomic drop. Oh, that's gotta hurt. And a suplex. And Tito Santana with the figure 4. Oh, locked in there. But no, he looks like Eric Young apparently reached the ropes. Oh, and he tried to do a little bit of a high kick there, but it didn't quite work for Eric Young. And he's just driving his choking out there. Tito Santana. Sharpshooter. The sharpshooter from Eric Young to Tito Santana. I've seen quite a few submissions in this match. And Tito going for the pile driver. Tito Santana's gone for the cover, but he was too close to the ropes. Eric Young was able to reach out and break the pin. Swinging net breaker. Eric Young goes up top with that diving elbow. And that one did connect. And Eric Young with that belly-to-belly suplex. Going up top again. Is he going to get the elbow drop again? No, he went for a splash. And he went for the pin, but no, too close to the ropes. This is a far better match than I thought it would be. As Tito locks in the figure 4 leg drop again. Figure 4 leg drop, figure 4 leg lock. Eric Young's withstood it though. Sending Santana to the ropes, tried to get a splash, but it didn't quite connect. Rip breaker from Tito to Young. And now a bit of back and forth going on. Who is going to take command in this match? Eric Young. That was the answer to my question. Eric Young will take command. Snap suplex. We are past the halfway point in this match now. Obviously this will look negatively on their ratings if this was a draw. And several hip drops there from Santana to Young. But Eric with that power slam. Wow. That was an incredibly close thing there. Just how many inches was the referee's hand from the mat to count the 3? Oh, and it missed. The splash from the top rope for Tito Santana missed. Tito's going up top again. He's going to hit it this time. Yes, he does. But it's too close to the ropes. Tell you what, I think that saved Young right there. And Young, Death Valley driver. He goes in for the pin. Surely that's got to be it. No! Tito Santana kicked out of that Death Valley driver. Tito Santana going up top with that elbow drop which connected. And he's going up again. Is he going to get the splash? No, it's another elbow drop. That didn't connect. It did not connect. Eric Young with that elbow drop which didn't connect. And that splash which did connect though. They're just showing off who can actually do the flying moves. It's going to be a close thing. Tito Santana going for a pin. No, Eric kicked out. Eric Young going to the corner. Oh, Tito Santana. Suplex from the second rope. And a nice neck breaker from Eric Young just to get him back in the game. I think both these men are exhausted right now. We've only got just over 3 minutes left of the match, so we do need a winner. Oh, and that was a nice Russian side sweep. And that gut-wrenching suplex there. Now Young driving that elbow into Tito. Going up top again. With that Lego drop. The leg drop from the top. Hit. And an elbow drop this time. Eric Young driving that knee into the canvas. Eric Young. Powerbomb. Goes for the pin. That's got to be it. That's all she wrote. Eric Young winning emphatic style over Tito Santana right there. .100% match. That was a hell of a match. A great match. I didn't actually think or expected it would be as good. And you know what? I think that is going to make us take a break now. Because one, I need a little bit more drink. My cold is starting to take hold a bit. So with that said, I'm going to take a break and I'll be back in 2 minutes. So stay right there. I'll be right back. And we are back. Hello everyone. I hope you've all got a drink. I was a little bit longer than I thought I would be. I was taking the dog out, not in the gangster way. So, we've got our next match set up, and it is going to be a singles match between Viscera and Doink the Clown. This is going to be a bit of a mismatch if you ask me. I think we're going to see clown blood. With that said, let's get this match going. And just testing everything is okay. Thank you for watching if you are watching. Looking through my notes. Viscera. When did we last see Viscera? It was a while ago. Last time we saw Doink the Clown, he took on Goldberg. And, well, you can imagine how well that went. The last time that we saw Viscera... When did we last see Viscera? I can't actually see his name on here. But we did see him, as Doink goes straight in there, with a little bit of a takedown on Viscera. Again, both of these two men didn't go through, so they're out to make a bit of a name for themselves. I really don't know who Viscera took on. I can't remember. And I know it too. Oh, did he take on... Yes, he took on Jeff Jarrett. I couldn't see that name for the life of me. Viscera took on Jeff Jarrett in his first stage, and Jeff Jarrett won that. And you got to think that he felt a bit robbed from that match. And Doink taking command of this match right now, which is a bit of a surprise. He clearly thought he had a better shot against Goldberg. This is not the way that I thought this match would be going. I thought Viscera would be absolutely pummeling Doink the Clown. just trying a bit of the old move and strike. The referee is still Tim White for this matchup. As Viscera gets stuck in the corner. Oh, but he does a bit of a quick reversal. It's very much the early stages of this match. As Doink goes in for an early pin. I think Doink wants to end this match quicker the better, and I don't blame him. But those massive punches, that's what really took JJ out last time. Those big hold fists. Diving headbutt. Oh, but Doink did a belly to belly on Viscera. I think that took all of his effort though. And a nice little shoulder tackle there. Was that a German which didn't work? I think that was a German, but he didn't lift Viscera. It's chokeslam, leg drop.
5 minutes gone.
And Viscera pushing down onto the abdomen of Doink. Tell you what, the weight of Viscera, you do not want that pushed down on your abdomen. As Doink comes back and he goes up top. Doink the Clown with the elbow drop, which connected. And Doink is positioning Viscera. A sidewalk slam from Viscera though. And Viscera goes in for the pin. And he gets a 2 count on Doink already. An inverted atomic drop from Doink to Viscera. As Doink goes in for the cover this time. Viscera kicks out at 2. The crowd appreciate that with a nice generous applause. Doink again going in for the pin. I don't think he's going to get anywhere more. And a big choke slam. Whoa. That was close. Viscera nearly getting the pinfall there in very quick time over Doink the Clown. And that was a big old lariat. Doink tried to suplex Viscera, but Viscera reversed it with a suplex of his own. And now big splash. Doink may be dead under there. No, he kicked out. He kicked out. Doink, stunning suplex. The strength of Doink the Clown right there to be able to do that. As he sends Viscera into the corner. And overhand slaps there from Doink the Clown. And we saw this submission last time. It's a peculiar one. As Viscera is really hyped up now. He's on the outside. He can do damage. That's a big chokeslam to the outside there. And those big punches. He can really do damage to Doink out here. Chin breaker though. Doink coming back into it. And he just laughs in his face. Oh, and he sends Viscera into the barriers twice. Oh, but that belly to belly suplex from Viscera. Chin breaker again to get back. This could end up in a draw. Another choke slam from Viscera. The crowd are loving it. Look at their faces. What was that? Some kind of fisherman suplex? I didn't quite see it all. As Viscera comes back into the ring and breaks the count. But I don't think he was actually counting out for some reason. As Doink gets back in the ring, taunting. Oh, and he was able to get hold of Viscera again. Reverse elbow. And there's that suplex again. Doink the Clown beats Viscera. Doink the Clown beats Viscera. What was that? Some kind of fisherman suplex pin or something? It wasn't a fisherman suplex because he didn't hook the pin. What kind of a suplex was that? Northern Lights suplex. Wow. incredible stuff. Tell you what, I didn't expect that to happen at all. I thought Viscera would win. 7 points in this match, but 94% match evaluation, 12 minutes, is well under time. Doink making his presence known in the TWF, finally getting back onto the cards after that Goldberg loss. Okay, so now it is time for another match. Is it actually time for another match? Do we have another match? Yes, we do. We've got a few women's matches to finish up on. But whilst I'm selecting that, let me tell you about the number one contenders for the Men's World Championship. So the number one contender, there's going to be another match in a few weeks' time to determine the men's contender. Let me put it back to main and redo that actually. So to determine the men's contender for the World Championship title, going up against Jimmy Snuka, we're going to have a match, a number one contenders match in 2 weeks' time, which is going to pitch the losers of the semi-final matches. So we're going to see Daniel Bryan take on Goldberg. The winner of that match will become the number one contender for the championship. Now obviously Apollo Crews lost his championship match, so that means that he is not number one contender. He has to go back down and work his way back up again to make himself a title contender. So that's what's going on with the singles men's belt there, and there is Jimmy Snuka, the champion, with the championship belt right there. But we're not interested in that right now. We're interested in the ladies, and we're going to see Sasha Banks now take on Trish Stratus. Now it's just a matter of finding them. I always struggle with this bit. Sasha Banks, there she is, and she's not taking on Doink the Clown. She is taking on Trish Stratus. There she is. Both of these women went through to the title match for the women's title. One second whilst I turn my camera back on. Hello. Hello. Where was I? Yes, that's right. So Trish Stratus and Sasha Banks, both these women were in the world title match for the women's title. They both sadly lost in that match. However, to find the women's number one contender, we are going to see a match between the four losers, and the winner of those matches is going to give us the number one contender for the women's title. So that's why this week we are going to see Trish Stratus versus Sasha Banks, with the winner getting their chance to become a number one contender. I'm just going to check over the stats right now. 20-minute time limit match. Outside off. Now why doesn't it count? Maybe if I put it on. DQ count is on. Yes, I'm not entirely sure why it's not counting that, but never mind. We need to change the referee to someone different. So yes. So now, our penultimate match of the evening, we're going to see Sasha Banks versus Trish Stratus. The winner, like I say, stands a chance to win the number one contendership for the women's champion. The women's championship is being held by the boss. Not the boss, that's the boss, it's the man. It's, name escapes me right now, I know it. Becky Lynch. Oh man, this cold is hammering me right now. It's really hammering me. Here comes Trish, coming down to the ring. I do like the music in this. Trish Stratus versus Sasha Banks. This could be a good match.
Fight.
And Aubrey Edwards is the referee. So we've got the veteran Trish Stratus and the new kid on the block, Sasha Banks.
Give up.
Test of strength between the two, and the arm drag, wasn't it? From Banks there. And a series of slaps from the boss as she goes in for the pin, but it's far too early to take out Trish. Trish is far tougher than that. Like I say, these two both won their initial matches, their initial Battle Royal matches, to go through to the women's title match at Crown and Glory, where Becky Lynch, sadly, I think she actually did end up pinning Sasha Banks. No, I'm wrong. She pinned Ronda Rousey, actually. I'm completely lying. She pinned Ronda Rousey, but right towards the end of the match, she actually did kick Sasha Banks. And look at that. Full Nelson right there from Trish Stratus.
Break.
Again, Sasha wants to get this over and done with. She keeps on going for the early pin. And Trish tried to do something there. Oh, that was a nice spine buster there from Trish Stratus to Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks replying with the scoop slam. A little bit of a cheeky kick. So obviously the winner of this match. Oh, that was a lovely reversal powerbomb there from Sasha Banks. I think Trish was going for a Hurricane Rana.
Break.
Looks like an STO there from Trish. So this is actually the first singles match for the women. Previously they were all in Battle Royals. So this is history-making stuff right here. And that little hammerlock there, really taking out. Whoa, several chops there from Sasha Banks as she goes up top. Sasha Banks with the frog splash on Trish Stratus, but no, Trish was at the ropes. And when you're at the ropes,
Break.
Trish. See who could win this match. I'm not entirely sure. It's a bit of a difficult one. Like I say, they both won their previous matches. I think Sasha Banks might actually edge this one out. But with submission maneuvers like this, who knows? Trish might actually win. Trish Stratus going up top, only to come back down again, deciding better of it in the end. Those open-handed slaps from from Sasha to Trish. Fox splash again. Connected. And a Hurricane Rana from Sasha Banks. Pin. Oh, Trish kicks out after 2. I thought that would be a closer pin count, to be fair. And Sasha Banks is proving why she's the boss. And Trish with that desperation move right there to get back in the game. And another spine buster from Trish. She locks in the sharpshooter. Trish Stratus with a sharpshooter on Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks was able to break out of it though. Oh, that was a lovely spine buster again. More like an Alabama Slam actually. But the boss is back in command. Oh, that was lovely. Was that the bank statement, was it? It looked like it was. Running Bulldog. Trish goes for the cover.
2.
Trish only gets a 2 count though. And Trish setting up Sasha Banks for a superplex from... Oh, but no. The boss reverses it into a sunset flip. The boss wins with the sunset flip, reversing it from the superplex. That was very canny. You see, Sasha Banks is very canny. She probably wants to get a hand back on Becky Lynch after that cheeky little blow right at the end of her championship match. Top rope roll-up pin. Looks like a sunset flip if you ask me. But yeah, Sasha Banks coming out on top, which is what I said. It's nice to get at least one prediction correct in this match. But that will bring us now to the last match. But hold on, what's going on? Something's going on backstage. Something's going on backstage right now. Let's cut to the backstage area. Who we've got? It's Ted DiBiase. It's Ted DiBiase back there. Apparently he wants a microphone. Somebody give him a microphone. All right, I'm sick and tired of this. I got ripped off last time. I got ripped off in that match. I should have had a championship bout, but instead I got screwed upon. I want my championship rematch. I deserve respect. Ted, you kind of cheated last time. You had Guy Fieri as a referee. You had Virgil in attendance who's not on the roster. How do you explain that? Can you explain that even? Virgil is my hired apprentice. He should have been there. He was there to watch my clothes and my gold and my wallet at ringside. I don't trust anyone with this audience. And as for Guy Fieri, I want it now that he is to me my referee in all the matches. He took referee exams recently. He passed them with full 1, 2, 3s. He is a fully fledged referee now. I want him in my matches at all times. And I won my championship rematch. What are you going to do about that, Jack? My name's not Jack. My name is Martin. Colonel MPK even. Just call me MPK or Colonel. One of the two. As for your rights, I can raise it with the president of TWF, Paul Whitechurch, and see what he says. Can't promise anything of this though. So, is that going to be suitable? No! You know what I want. And I always get what I want. Okay. Ted DiBiase upset then with the outcome of his match. I think he's gone. He's gone now, apparently. But he cheated. He was disqualified from the tournament. But apparently he's upset at that. I don't know what's going to happen there. Maybe he's gonna... I don't know. Maybe he's going to get into the old title hunt somehow. I don't know. It's not for me to think about. It's for the president to think about, Paul Whitechurch, and not me, thankfully. But you know what is for me to think about is the next match, the final match, the main event of the evening, which is Mandy Rose. And she is going to be taking on Charlotte Flair in our main event. Both of these women suffered losses in their first round matches, so they're out to make a name for themselves and get that big W on the board for them. So, with that said, let's get this one started. Can't believe Ted DiBiase had a go at me like that. Unbelievable. unbelievable. Sounded like Ted DiBiase had a cold as well, to be fair. It is going around. It should really have masks in the TWF arena. But there we go. So here comes Mandy Rose. So Trish actually won her qualifying round. And here comes Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair was a bit of an upset as Tori Wilson won her championship match. You gotta think she's wanting to get back into the title hunt. Aubrey Edwards officiating over this match again. It's interesting what Ted DiBiase was saying though. Apparently Guy Fieri has passed his referee exams now. Does that mean he is going to be a TWF referee? Watch this stage. But yeah, Mandy and Charlotte, the battle of the blondes going on right now. And Charlotte just really dragging Mandy's head to the canvas there, using all of her strength. And another submission there. Charlotte Flair is a bit of a submission specialist. Got to watch out for her figure 4 leg lock submission maneuver. Taken after her father, Ric Flair. And Mandy Rose with that front falling suplex there. And another one to Charlotte Flair. Mandy Rose obviously wanting to make a name in the TWF, more than just a pretty face. Charlotte Flair was the only one of the Women's Revolution group that didn't make it through to the World Championship title bout at Crowning Glory. And for the Queen not to be at Crowning Glory, you've got to think that that's got to hurt real bad for her. As Mandy with that suplex again. Starting to have an effect on Charlotte Flair, it looks like. But that was a big knife edge chop from Charlotte Flair. And that scoop slam. Charlotte does make this look easy. Particularly when she's receiving punches from Mandy Rose like that. And that knife edge chop again. The Flairs are known for their chops. I think Charlotte's actually struggling this. You know, on paper, I would have thought Charlotte Flair would win this easily. But right now, Mandy is really taking it to her. But there is the figure 4 from Charlotte Flair. It's got it locked in, but Mandy was able to break out of it. Keeps on like that, though, and we are going to see Mandy Rose tap out. Charlotte whipped into the corner, and that's a big clothesline. Knife edge chop. And a shoulder tackle from Mandy Rose. And that was a big backdrop from Mandy Rose there. But Charlotte got up instantly. Oh, and that was a big suplex from Mandy Rose. Mandy Rose has been very impressive in this match. She's clearly out to make a name for herself. But I fear she's going to use up all of her energy pulling out these big moves and trying to put away. Wow, it's an octopus stretch on Charlotte Flair. Charlotte was able to break out of it. Wow, what a reverse elbow there. And a bulldog. I think Mandy is quite exhausted now, as I said. And a big powerbomb for Charlotte Flair. And now just driving those knees into the head of Mandy Rose to take advantage. And driving that leg down, trying to buckle the knee of Mandy Rose there. Are we going to see another big powerbomb from Charlotte Flair? She runs to the ropes with that knee drop again. Charlotte Flair is now starting to take charge in this match. We're past the halfway point in the main event of this evening's Twitch Wrestling Federation tournament? Twitch Wrestling Federation event. Charlotte went up top but decided against it in the end. Oh, and that dropkick just to take out the knees of Charlotte there. Take out the feet of her. And a big backdrop from Mandy Rose. Charlotte sends her to the outside though. Up top. Reverse moonsault from the ring to the outside. That was a big move. Was that a pedigree? It almost looked like a pedigree from Mandy Rose. Knife edge chop. This action's all going out on the outside. Let me tell you, the outside hurts. The outside hurts. And there's that drop kick again. It's difficult to start to see the action because the ring is in the way. Mandy Rose driving Charlotte Flair's knee. I think Mandy Rose is working on the knees and the legs of Charlotte Flair so that she can't lock in that figure 4 submission. And a big backdrop from Charlotte for Mandy. As a chair comes out. Bulldog. And that's a pedigree again. From Mandy Rose to Charlotte Flair. And the back body drop. Surely Mandy's just got to go in for the pin at this point. I think she might have done enough on Charlotte Flair. Mandy Rose with that backdrop again. But Charlotte stood back straight up from that. Nice little net breaker. Charlotte needs to go in for the pin. There's less than 5 minutes left of this match. And a backdrop from Charlotte Flair this time. Both of these women are exhausted. This is a hell of a match. What a match for a main event. A backdrop from Mandy Rose again. Several backdrops here. Oh, and a suplex from Mandy to Charlotte. And she picks up Charlotte. She needs to go in for the pin. She can't win this match unless she pins or submits Charlotte. And that sidewalk slam from Charlotte Flair. Running to the ropes. Diving knee again. Knife edge chop. I thought Charlotte was getting on form there, but that running bulldog again from Mandy Rose. Mandy Rose may have this. All she needs to do is take a big cover though. Is she able to get that cover on Charlotte? But she can't right now. That was a nice sidewalk slam. A bit of a desperation move if you ask me. And a backdrop. Charlotte Flair pulling Mandy to the centre of the ring. Thought she was going to lock in. A nice backdrop from Mandy. 1 more minute left of the match. This could end up in a draw. Mandy needs to do something. Charlotte needs to do something. We could have a draw. Tell you what, both of these women, they still look like they are fighting quite fiercely in this one. Bulldog. Charlotte gets them straight back up. And the stretch again. Mandy Rose just beat Charlotte Flair with a submission hold. With 2 seconds left on the clock. Look at that. Modified stretch plum. If you ask me, it looked like an octopus stretch, but there we go. Incredible. But it was only 88% match. My God. Mandy Rose beats Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair is not able to get a win. Man, there's going to be some fallout from this. I can see that right now. But that is another week for TWF. Oh, I meant to put that one on. What a week, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go back to the main, actually. What a week. We have seen some wins, we've seen quite a lot of losses right now. Some surprises, some upsets, some bad blood. We've also seen some demands, and we've got some more to come. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching here today. We're going to try again for this probably next Friday, but check out the Twitter. And obviously, if you've missed any Twitch Wrestling Federation shows, you can catch them over on the Colonel MPK YouTube channel. Thank you very much for watching. Take care of yourself and each other. Have a good one. So long.